big project coming out very soon is Joker 2. And I know a lot of our people in our audience are not thrilled about this movie. And apparently the critics are not as well. And this just debuted to a 12 and a half standing ovation. But we got to talk about Joker because the critics are tearing apart and they leaked the whole plot.
That sucks.
Of course.
Let's talk about that in our feature story of the night. So I think it was like Variety or the Hollywood Reporter actually showed they described the whole plot of the movie. When you have these things that are embargoes that go down the state, you can only say so much about these movies. Joker 2, again, the first one made $1 billion. They're hoping the second one breaks Deadpool Wolverine's record. I'm sorry, it probably won't. I'm sorry, Joker 2. But Joker 2 got, again, I said, a 12 and a half minute standing ovation. They're chanting Gaga, they're chanting Phoenix, they're chanting Joker. They're going nuts about it. Yeah, Ron, this is true. So when I first heard that, I was stoked. And then the reviews started coming out. And the critics really ripped apart Joker 1. Big time. They gave it like a 67%. Now this one's at about a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. So less than that. I mean, some of them are giving it good things, saying about Joaquin Phoenix's performance is great. I love Gaga. They're saying Gaga should be in it more. But the big thing they're saying is like, remember, you're in a Batman movie. You've done 2 movies. And you're not saying you're in a Batman movie. You should accept you are. And they're also complaining about where it takes place. Now, this is semi-spoiler alert in a way, because I want to say one thing about this. The spoilers came out, and they said that majority of the movie takes place in a courtroom, which we saw in the trailers. And they complained because they wanted to see more of the character outside of that. And to me personally, it makes sense. I know originally The Dark Knight Rises was supposed to be about Joker on trial before Heath Ledger died. I thought that was cool. And maybe we get that with this. Maybe that's what Todd Phillips thought about this. But they said Gaga was barely in here, backseat. They said Joaquin Phoenix was fantastic. They're both fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix says he won't do another one. He said he got so skinny, he can't do it again. Why do you gotta be so skinny? Eat more than water and fucking broccoli, man.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Stick.
You don't need to be sickly to make a great movie. That's what he said. They said like broccoli and water he drank. And I'm
yeah, but he is sickly skinny. Like in that first one when he's doing all the like standing there and you see his like it's like wings coming out, but it's his fucking shoulder bones. I'm like, why do you gotta be so skinny? Joker was not skinny.
He was well, it's like, but Jordan, that's a bigger question. Just like how Jared Leto was like, well, the Joker doesn't brush his teeth or shower, and so he didn't brush his teeth or shower for the whole movie.
But
and Margot Robbie's kissing him and being like, I can't kiss this fool anymore. That's a problem.
Jared Leto's body is what the Joker's body was in the comic books.
You know?
Hold on, wait a second. Let me just back up, okay? Jared Leto's body is literally always like that. I mean, he's a thin man.
He's 30 seconds from Mars. What he is.
He was ripped in the
very Martian-like creature. And he's gorgeous. I mean, don't get me wrong, but he's super thin. I mean, you're almost like he needs to eat a couple burgers, maybe a pizza, and some other.
Yeah, but
just shove a cheeseburger down that man's throat. 1 or 2, maybe 2 in a row.
Bale and the Mechanic. Wow, that was.
Oh, he was great too. He was eating grapes, I think, the whole time. Just grapes. Crazy. That's I love that shit though, Ron, where it comes down to actual actors like going there. That's fantastic.
Dedication.
I'm sorry.
But this,
I will not drink water and just have broccoli. I mean, number one, broccoli makes me gassy, so I couldn't do it.
I would.
TMI, sorry, I don't care. I'm just like, I couldn't do it. But yeah, I mean, water, sure, you need water to live. So I mean, they had to have had an orange or like a, some kind of a.
Just take Ozempic. Just take
Ozempic. Yeah. You need all the bare essentials. But I will say this, though. When it comes down to this, Joker 1 was great. You're right. You're right, Jonathan. Read a book, probably. Jonathan, you're right. You're right. The thing is, Joker 1, I think, was great. The critics tore that apart. I'm excited about Joker 2. The idea also, the critics were saying, is like Joker 1, some like them, but they hated it. Like other ones hate it. Happened before. But they're saying again that you're not tying to the Batman universe. We don't really need it. This is a character side. This is like Taxi Driver. This is about a person losing their fucking mind and then figuring themselves out. And
but the characters are still there, though.
Okay.
But the great about this, though, Jordan,
would be well together. Like Joaquin Phoenix. Like he's kind of like that odd kind of character. you know, and Lady Gaga, she can also like she can really like dial into that. She's very good.
100%.
Like, so I feel like the two of them, that chemistry that they both have of maybe their oddness and like weird, you know what I mean, would be really good for this movie. So I think
I don't think she's in it as much as everybody thinks. So.
And
What?
that's the conversation. That's the conversation. She's not in it that much. That's what they're saying. The critics are like, they're trash about how she's not even barely in it. I like their dynamic. I think that's fantastic. I think that's great. I think that, and then she said she actually lost a lot of weight because he lost a lot of weight. She saw him, so she stopped eating too.
she's already like
And
this big. I mean, she's literally like, she's already.
look at Ron's face. Ron, she said she stopped eating.
What?
The comic book characters weren't super skinny. Why do we always gotta fucking lose all this weight?
Look, well, okay,
And
let's center.
Why does every actor have to be like under 5'8", for God's sake? It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Because that's Hollywood. They don't cast you unless you're 5'8". That's what happens.
I'm 5'10".
Those that have real height are not cast.
I'm like an Amazonian woman there. Like when, you know, like in Hollywood, it's like, oh,
They're like,
she's gonna. I mean, if it's like Xena, Princess Warrior, I mean, they probably
Yeah.
Right? Wonder
tiny
Woman.
in 2 seconds. You know, like
you're right, Queen.
you know,
But
or like go to New York and be a fashion model. Like that's your other choice.
You can't be a flight attendant though.
You can't. But you can't, you're right, Ron. But take a moment to think about this though. So this movie again is like I have so many people in my life that are saying this is going to be the biggest blockbuster success of the year, and I told them I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't.
Snowball's chance in hell.
It's tough to do.
The first one was lightning in a bottle. The first one was lightning. It was different.
I'm gonna go to Ron fast. I'm gonna go to Ron fast. We're on the table as we always do on Cruise Control. I'm gonna run fast. So Ron, I guess your angle is way too close, Ron. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna adapt to you. I'm gonna get you closer to me. Come closer, Ron. Ron, come closer. Come closer. Thank you. Come closer. I will say this, Ron.
Ron, you're
that's
Yeah.
that's whoa, Ron, whoa. Okay.
Down, boy.
But I will say this, like, the idea of this movie is great. Great character study, the first one. But I do say this, like, they won't accept it's a musical, which is a big thing people are saying too. It's a musical. We had this whole thing we talked about before. Joaquin Phoenix wanted to do a musical. He wanted to go Broadway. And then Todd Phillips stopped him from, he's like, you can't do that. And so they integrated that into this movie. All right. So you're not branding it right for one thing. No. And second fact, like, you're introducing Gaga, which is a fantastic talent, and you're not utilizing her enough. And I think, and you're not using the Batman thing. I know you don't really care about that, the Batman aspect, and then they're trying to draw, but they're trying to, I know you do, but they're trying to
forever.
But they're trying to draw to like people that aren't gonna just look at it as a Batman movie. And that's what you said before when we talked about this movie, the first one. You were like, right. Oh, I like the fact that they're trying to not just be a superhero movie, right?
Right.
So you think that this was a misstep for the second one to not go superhero all the way in? And the critics stuff thing, can you believe the critics actually, this is the biggest problem I would say here. Can you believe the critics actually were so mad they spoiled the whole movie online?
Yeah, see, that's bullshit, man. That you don't do that. No.
Yeah.
No. You know, I mean, that's affecting a lot of people.
Everybody.
Well, they probably got I'm certain some people have given them some blowback from the studio, but like, you know,
sure,
doing some good stuff for sure. I mean,
it sounds like they just didn't commit to really any one thing of this movie. They're just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then they're selling it how they think they should sell it to get the most people in, and none of it's honest, none of it's organic.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody want me to spoil it? Because I know how it goes. Anybody want me to spoil a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need a vote before I say it. Jordan?
What are you spoiling, Harvey Dent?
What they say, what the critics said. Can I say what the critics said?
Oh, I think I've already read it. Go ahead. I don't care.
I can't do this thing.
All right. I'll say this fast. So the critics said this.
It doesn't work.
The critics go, okay. So Arthur Fleck has been arrested. He's on trial. And the whole trial is the whole movie. And then a bomb blows up. The end.
I believe that. I believe it's all.
That's the movie.
He's going to have a whole movie like in the first movie when he made up his girlfriend in his head.
What?
But Jordan, get in this for a second. So the thing is, like, I would say this so about it, because it's like they said this in a way that, like, well, on trial is Arthur Fleck and the Joker. So the prosecution is like saying he's a mass murderer, and the defense is saying, well, he has, again,
multiple personality disorder.
Yes. So there's Joker and there's Fleck, and that's who we have to deal with, and that's who's on trial. Both people. And so you see both characters through the whole thing. I kind of like that, Ron. I kind of like that. Yeah. At the end, they said leave it open.
I like that.
They leave it open for the next movie as a bomb blows up and the movie ends. So you have no idea what actually happens in the courtroom.
I like
wow. That's a bit unsatisfying.
That's basically them saying we're planning for a third one.
Yeah. Right. And they might have killed Joker. We have no idea. And that's the critics were like, you fucking...
Joker can never be killed. Come on.
Let me explain this. They
get in there, Jordan. Get in there, Jordan.
I'm shocked.
They did it in Gotham. They did it before. Joker is an entity. He is not one man. And that's what I think they could go for here. He started a movement. You seen the movement. All the people wearing the makeup, the clown thing, the riots.
That was the idea.
He is not Batman's Joker. That's what I'm getting at.
But why would they not do that, though? We're at that point, man. Like, bring the taxi driver into Batman. Make him Batman's fucking bitch, man. That's all I'm saying.
They're not probably allowed to use Batman. But
I can say that out loud.
I did hear it. One of the main prosecuting lawyers is Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
You're missing out.
Harvey Dent. So
GR, do you care, though?
Everybody's hoping they're like,
I love Batman.
I'm like,
let Jordan finish his thought. Sorry, Jordan, get in there, man.
I was Jordan. Like, everybody was like online saying, so they cast Harvey Dent. They showed, I can't remember the actor's name, but they're all like, oh, it's a court case. Is the Joker gonna, is he gonna turn him into Two-Face? I'm like, nah, they're not gonna go there.
Oh, throw acid at his face or some shit? No, they're not gonna do that.
And how awesome would it be if they did?
That would be.
It'd be great.
For that, right?
It'd be great.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
That'd make
I think the biggest takeaway is the fact that we know the ending. That's the hardest thing for me. It's like, what kind of critic is so mad they're gonna actually like be like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it out there. And we know the business is tough sometimes. Fully do. Thank you, Queen. I know Queen hates this shit. Hey, round of applause for Queen. I remember once. GR, fast. Tell me, are you fully ado? Are you a theater do man? Ready to get in there, or you think that this is gonna make you not want to see the movie?
That's why.
You know how I feel about it.
Don't say Dillagaff. Don't say Dillagaff.
You said it for me, Brian. I mean,
you said
this
it.
movie sucked.
You're on the lean, GR. It's hard to follow your face. I gotcha.
All right, there you go.
I got you.
A superhero musical is not something I ever want to see.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's a music. Lady Gaga, she's fantastic. You got Walking Phoenix.
Gaga.
I call her Gaga. I call her Gaga.
I don't know. We're all claiming it's musical, but how many musicals?
Leave Lady Gaga alone. Gaga.
Singer.
Gaga.
Lady
Gaga
Gaga
is not a fucking actress.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Very good.
Yes, she is. Yeah, she's a great.
All right. How deep are you?
Again.
She's a singer in playing an actress.
GR, I was her sex slave on American Horror Story. She's an actress. She is.
Brian, that is more than I ever wanted to know.
What about?
I was her double sex slave, whatever.
You already said it, Brian. Now I'm going to have to look at you.
Brian, you were her sex slave?
On American Horror Story. I worked on that show for 3 seasons. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Alcohol.
Blame it on the booze.
I was not a stunt cock, Ron. I was not a stunt cock. Anyways, Angela.
Oh my gosh.
So I went too far. Angela, so do you think that there's a problem here, though? Because you have worked for, you've worked for companies like a company that starts with a T, ends with a Z.
Yeah.
Is this too far, though? Like people sometimes, they put stuff out there that they see via pictures, and they're following stuff, and they're trying to compose a narrative. But you're a person, a critic that actually watches the whole movie. Yeah. Should you put this out there? That seems insane to me, right? Is this a new precedent?
I mean, no. This has been going on all the time, right? Like people always blow the cover for something. I think it's what?
No, I'm saying blow cover.
Yeah, they blow cover. They do. Like reporters, it just happens. They do it, and I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it was just, somebody didn't edit, the before they had it published. I don't know, but I know that
intentional.
After. This happens. We all know this. It happens all the time. But I think maybe if somebody really had a deep rooted, maybe it was a personal thing for them. Maybe they were really in love with this storyline, right? And maybe this reporter was just I can't, I really need to just kind of take this a little further.
That
but who knows? But who knows? Sometimes it's a tactic, right? It's a tactic. Mm-hmm. It's again kind of a PR situation, even though it's it's published writing. It's it's from a reporter, but it's still kind of in a way PR. So maybe it isn't really fully giving it all away. I don't know. It just depends. But yeah, this is very common practice.
Mm-hmm. You're right. It might be a thing where there's it's bullet points, and there's actually a lot more narrative that's here.
Yeah. And
people are jumping to conclusions. It's a game. You jump to conclusions. Maybe that's what it is.
I think so.
But I still think.
What do you guys think, Ron?
It's just.
I agree with what you said.
I call you JR and you're GR. Sorry.
Yeah, you got it right.
Hey, GR. Hey, you. Thanks, GR. Calm down, man. Calm down.
Hey, I'm sorry. She got it right.
Yep.
See, I'm enthused to see this movie because as a comic book fan, I realize there's other worlds out there in the DC universe. This is an Elseworlds. I consider this an Elseworlds movie. It's not part of the main Batman narrative.
Yeah.
It can be different. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what the critics say. I like the first one. I mean, the first one just build and build. It was a slow burn. But when he finally put that makeup on and was dancing down them stairs, dude, I was all for freaking backing the Joker. And I'm like, dude, I feel dirty for doing this. But he's a crazy guy. But yeah.
It's a great character study.
Wild. Yeah. Character study.
Dude, I've always loved the Joker. And I watch anything with the Joker. I mean...
Yeah. Do you have the Joker behind you? Is it right next to your head?
I got a lot of Jokers.
Yes. Yeah. Jordan's the Joker.
All right. I like the wall. The wall of DC behind you.
And Batman, everybody. Maybe if there was a third one, maybe we get Batman, but there'll be never a third one because Joaquin Phoenix said again, he's done. Also, he's never addressed that he walked away from that show. They were asking him on the red carpet multiple times, and he ignored it. He walked away from that movie. He's gonna be charged. I guarantee it. We talk about that in the show. You can't just 3 days before the production starts be like, I'm not gonna do that. He did it. He walked away. He was supposed to.
Is that criminal or is that just he's gonna be paying a bunch of money?
He'd be paying a bunch of money. Yeah, he's paying money. It's a breach of contract.
Yeah.
He brought the movie to a studio, and then he forced them to make it almost because I'll do it. It'd be great. You got me. And then 3 days later, or 3 days before the production, after they've done all pre-production, casting, all of that, he said, I'm not doing it. And he walked away. And he would not address it during the red carpet. He got asked multiple times. That's what's going to happen. That's what you do as an investigator, as a publicist, or as a news person, you do that. But he would not address it, and I think he's going to be charged. And I think that overall, though, this movie is a lot. I bet he's fantastic in it. He always gives it his all. And as he said for that movie, he was not ready for it. He gets scared. He gets freaked out. But you're a professional, man. Do the right thing. And I hope at the end of the day, what you do for this Arthur Fleck Joker character will bring even more waves for your career because you're a phenomenal actor, Joaquin Phoenix. But just don't be unprofessional when you are fucking so good.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.